She may never say it directly. She may even act normal around you. But psychology shows that when someone secretly likes you, their behavior changes in ways they do not fully control. The strange part is that the strongest sign usually looks like disinterest. Most men see it, misunderstand it, and pull away exactly when her feelings are getting stronger. And if you miss this signal, you can lose someone who is slowly becoming emotionally attached. What most people never realize is that when emotions become real, behavior often becomes less predictable, not more obvious. Because liking someone creates two opposite reactions at the same time. One part wants closeness, the other part wants protection. This is why someone can think about you often and still act controlled around you. Psychologist John Bowlby explained that human attachment often creates emotional pull and emotional caution at the same time. The closer someone starts feeling internally, the more carefully they may manage what they reveal externally. That is why one of the first signs often appears as inconsistency. One day she responds warmly. Another day she becomes distant. Sometimes she laughs easily and keeps the conversation flowing. Other times she sounds brief, almost cold. Most men immediately assume something changed. But often, inconsistency appears when someone is trying to regulate feelings they do not fully understand yet. Because emotional certainty creates smooth behavior. Emotional conflict creates fluctuation. One moment she feels safe showing interest. The next moment she questions whether she showed too much, so she pulls back. Not because feelings disappeared, because now she notices them. And that changes how carefully she behaves. This is why inconsistency should never be judged in one moment. Patterns always matter more than isolated reactions. Another sign appears in memory. You mentioned something casually once, a small preference, a random opinion, a detail that did not seem important. Then weeks later, she brings it back naturally, and suddenly you realize she remembered something even you forgot saying. That matters because attention follows emotional relevance. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman showed that the brain gives stronger memory priority to emotionally significant information. When someone secretly values interaction with you, small details stay active longer in memory, not intentionally, automatically, because your words carried more weight than they appeared to. And often she will not even realize she is revealing that. To her it feels normal, but to you it should say something important. Your presence stayed longer in her mind than the conversation itself. Then comes the sign most men read completely wrong. A conversation goes well. The energy feels natural. There is comfort. Then suddenly distance appears. Less texting, slight delay, less obvious warmth, and immediately most men think interest is gone. But many times this happens because closeness itself triggered self-awareness. The moment emotional comfort becomes noticeable, people often step back internally to understand what they are feeling. Psychologists describe this as emotional regulation. Not everyone moves closer when they feel more. Some people pause first, observe first, protect first, and that pause often gets misunderstood as rejection. When in reality, it may simply mean the interaction affected her more than expected. The truth is that liking someone creates vulnerability. Because once someone matters, their response starts carrying emotional weight. And that creates caution, especially early. Albert Mehrabian, who studied nonverbal communication, found that emotional meaning is often carried more through behavior than direct words. That is why words may stay neutral while body language says much more. A person may sound casual but still face you fully. Notice you first. Mirror your pace. Adjust their tone around you without realizing it. These things usually happen before conscious control catches up. And that is why silence never tells the full story. Behavior does. Patterns do. Timing does. But this is where many people make a mistake. They notice signs and immediately rush to force clarity. More texts, more checking, more pressure. That usually weakens everything. Because real confidence does not chase every signal. It observes calmly. It allows space. It stays emotionally steady. The strongest position is never trying to squeeze certainty out of someone too early, because pressure often destroys what patience would have revealed naturally. So yes, someone can secretly like you and still look controlled. They can miss you and still not say it clearly. They can feel something growing and still hide it behind normal behavior. That does not mean every mixed signal means interest. It means behavior must be understood carefully, because sometimes what looks quiet on the outside is very active on the inside. And the people who understand this best are the ones who stop reacting to every small change and start seeing the bigger emotional pattern. Because in the end, the goal is not learning how to chase hidden feelings. The goal is becoming someone whose presence speaks strongly enough that feelings become difficult to hide. And when that happens, you stop needing constant proof. Because genuine interest always reveals itself eventually. And sometimes, what people struggle most to say openly becomes visible in the smallest behaviors they do not even realize they are showing. If you understood this differently today, leave a comment below. And if you value clear insight into human behavior, subscribe and stay connected.